What was life like on the road as a road agent? What were some of your responsibilities?
Well, just to make sure that the show run right, and then if there was like, I remember there was we were in St. Louis, we had a pretty packed house there, and Hulk wasn't able to get in because of the weather. There was snow, so we made the announcement, the beginning of the show, that Hulk Hogan hasn't been able to land at St. Louis Airport, and we kept them updated up to half intermission, and then made the announcement that he wouldn't be here tonight because they will not, whoever they are, will not let his plane land. So, but we had a 17-man battle royal, and I think Mr. Perfect was supposed to be wrestling Hulk that night. So we allowed people to get their money back, um, at the end of a certain match. I think maybe the fourth match, and not a whole lot of people got their money back. But we had that battle royal, and then I left Perfect and Dusty in there for about 10 minutes, and they had a little bit of match, and then Dusty went over as the baby face. So it was things like that, and then check on as an agent, check on the house, tickets sold, and you know uh, certain charges that were there. Like if we had TV, you'd have so many fork hoists being rented, and telephone lines being put in, and they tend to put them down sometimes on the settlement for a house show. Of course, we didn't have those, but that could be $2,400, $4,000.
Yeah.
So you used to do those, and then in the bad weather, like I was up in Bangor one time, and it was a beautiful clear day in the morning, and uh, we had to fly from Bangor to Boston, Boston to Halifax. Well, they didn't have. I got up like 6 o'clock in the morning because I seen there was a storm in Boston. So I called the airline to see if our flight was going, and it wasn't. So then I asked them, I said, could you get a plane to carry like 17 wrestlers with an average weight of 260 pounds? And they called me back and they said, well, we don't have a plane to carry but we got two planes. So I rented the two planes and we flew to Halifax. We didn't go to Boston because, we couldn't go. So that was one of the responsibilities of a road agent.
Make sure the show goes on
Yeah.
no matter what.
Yeah, we never missed a show. Then from Halifax, we flew to Montreal, and then Montreal, the first show was Ottawa, which we drove there, and then drove back to Montreal and had the show there. But in that same storm, they were in Pittsburgh, and they got stuck in Pittsburgh. I think some guys were there 3 or 4 days. One guy tried to drive home to Detroit, and cops stopped him and said, you either go back to the hotel or